What's happening, people? Good morning. It is July 2019. 2 years I've been doing this YouTube now, turns out. By the way, this is not a filter. This is a real tan from Mexico. It was sweet. Oh my God. My back got so burned though. I'm peeling it crazy. It's nuts. I got a good video for you today. It is why smart people fail. Now, this is not my problem. Well, I don't think it's my problem. Actually, it is kind of my problem, but I'm gonna talk about, it's not because I think I'm smart. But a lot of people actually message me and say, I'm having a lot of problems, focusing and studying. And they're not dumb people. They're actually smart. And that is actually their problem. I was watching a video by Dan Pena yesterday. The guy is like a $50 billion millionaire guy. He teaches other people how to use their passion to create a business. And so he's kind of a business coach in a sense. And he's been doing this. He's 74 years old. He states that his students have created revenue over, I don't know, $100 billion or something like that. So my point is like he's a pretty successful dude. And he's pretty wise because he's a little older. I know another interesting topic that I've been seeing lately is like all of the influencers, that have like 2,000 followers. They're like 19 years old, writing these posts, giving advice on life. It's like, you ain't got no fucking life yet, bitch. Like, how are you gonna give advice on life if you haven't lived anything yet? So listen to some people that have done the shit that you want to do, right? Sorry, that was a little bit of a rant. And I know I'm not that old. I'm a little older than most of you guys watching this stuff, which is why my stuff kind of pertains to you. But a guy that's 74 who's done a lot of shit and has made like $50 billion, maybe we should listen to him on some life lessons, right? So he was talking about when he teaches people, he knows right away whether they're going to be any good. And that is because he says the higher the IQ, the worse they do. The lower the IQ and the less life experience they have, the better they do, the faster they succeed. And I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. I thought the whole time we're talking about people that are so smart and that's why they do so well, blah, blah, blah. His point is that the people that are very smart and have a lot of life experience, and this can go for, this really kind of talks about older people, if you're in your late 30s, 40s, 50s, you have a tough time succeeding because of this problem. You analyze everything to death and you have, paralysis of analysis. I'm sure you guys have heard that before. But the more you analyze stuff, the less you take action. And his whole point is that action makes you succeed. And you can fuck up a lot, but as long as you keep taking action, you'll keep moving towards the right direction. And I think that is the main issue for a lot of students who, direct message me and ask me questions and stuff like that, is that you're not taking action. You're sitting here, watching YouTube videos. You can watch mine, it's okay. You're analyzing your actions and playing that out and looking at all of the permutations that can possibly happen and saying, well, maybe I shouldn't waste my time on this because it's just going to turn out like X. You actually don't know that. And this brings up an interesting point. When I was on that TV show, The Island, that is exactly what I did in my mind because we were starving. I had a tough time going out and trying to catch fish on day 22 because we had tried it every single day since, and we catch like one fish for 14 people. And I was like, every morning I'd analyze that and say, it's not worth my time and energy, most importantly, out there. It's not worth my energy to go out and spend a lot of energy to catch one fish to only get like a couple calories. In my head, I started to realize that this is why people starve to death in those situations, is because you start to calculate what you should do, you start to analyze, and you don't take any action. What happened is I would see the other guys, they weren't analyzing anything. They were just saying, I'm gonna go and catch some fish. And sometimes they would catch a lot and sometimes they wouldn't catch anything. And then one time they got a fucking crocodile or like a caiman. That was not really in my train of thought that I could do that could catch a caiman, because there's nothing on this island. We've looked everywhere. We've been here for 25 days. It's not possible. Like, you know, and so I just sat there and was like, no, I don't want to do this. I got paralysis of analysis. I think that's a really important lesson to kind of take in. And it can obviously apply to anything, not just school. If we're going to be successful, you have to take massive action. And I think I've talked about this before, but it's a really interesting way to analyze analyze the concept of success, is that when you are analyzing things too much and not taking action, that is when you are going to fail. Or you think you're too smart because you know all of the possible permutations and they don't end up in success. You're only shooting yourself in the foot, and what you should do is start taking action, because as soon as you start taking action, then those permutations actually change. And you have a massive amount of new permutations that you can't, no human can possibly, you know, think of all of the options or all of the outcomes. You know, if you've done this before, when you start taking lots of action, things start to change. And then you're like, oh, well, you know, I'm pleasantly surprised, or I'm really disappointedly surprised, or whatever it is, you know, but they start to change. Anyway, that's the video for today. I thought that was a really great concept. I haven't put out a lot of new videos because, well, I went on vacation, that's one. And then number two, sometimes you just don't have good stuff to say, and I don't want to just sit here and waste your fucking time like a lot of these other YouTube channels. All right, you guys. Hey, thanks for watching once again. I appreciate all the views and comments. Subscribe, like, share, comment below. Tell me what you think about this concept. Tell me if you have ever had paralysis of analysis. I'm sure you have. I have a lot. All right, take care. See you in the next one.